Why does President Biden continue cozying up to a country he promised to make a pariah? All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. President Joe Biden is now reportedly negotiating a mutual defense treaty with Saudi Arabia, the same West Asia kingdom he vowed to make a, quote, pariah during his 2016 presidential campaign. According to the New York Times, the potential agreement between the US and the Saudis would resemble the military pacts the United States has with Japan and South Korea. This meaning the US would likely pledge to provide military support to Saudi Arabia if the kingdom is attacked, and vice versa. However, unlike Japan and South Korea, which are established, stable democracies, Saudi Arabia is an absolute monarchy that restricts almost all political rights and civil liberties. There are no elected officials at the national level, and the regime relies on criminalization of dissent to stay in power. Furthermore, women and religious minorities are discriminated against not only in practice but in law. Central to any deal with Saudi Arabia is Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The 38-year-old de facto ruler of the country has spent billions of dollars on a worldwide, multi-year public relations campaign to attract foreign investment and minimize the country's horrific human rights record, where mass executions are common. But the young prince doesn't just target those he perceives as enemies within his kingdom. In 2018, he ordered the assassination of Washington Post journalist and US resident Jamal Khashoggi. An elite team of operatives reporting directly to MBS, luring Khashoggi to the Saudi consulate in Turkey before ambushing him, killing him, and dismembering his body with a bone saw. The outrageous attack prompting then-candidate Joe Biden to pledge he would not sell weapons to Saudi Arabia if elected president, and would, quote, make them pay the price and make them, in fact, the pariah that they are. However, despite Biden's strong denunciation of Saudi Arabia while campaigning, it pains me, it really pains me, to say that President Biden has not stuck to his word. Billions of dollars in American weapons have continued to flow to Saudi Arabia, and President Biden has met at least twice with the Crown Prince. And by all indications, these meetings were not to confront MBS about his evil actions, but rather to try and make nice. As the Washington Post publisher Fred Ryan said following Biden's fist bump with MBS last year, quote, it was shameful. It projected a level of intimacy and comfort that delivers to MBS the unwarranted redemption he has been desperately seeking. And this sickening charm offensive by the Biden administration has only continued. Since just May, the New York Times reports that numerous trips have been made by White House and State Department officials to Saudi Arabia. So what does the Biden administration hope to accomplish with this extensive courting of a murderous thug? The answer? The normalization of relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel. The Saudis reportedly making clear to the Biden administration that they will only normalize relations with Israel if they receive security guarantees from the United States and help developing a civilian nuclear program. And if this three-dimensional chess has you scratching your head, you are not alone. America is supposed to stand for democracy and aid democracies, not assist countries that are massive human rights abusers and are flirting with autocracy. Any deal President Biden might be able to strike between Saudi Arabia and Israel will only make their current extremist rulers more powerful. That is not in America's best interest, and it is certainly not in the best interest of the oppressed people who live in Saudi Arabia, Israel, and Palestine. Thank you for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.